All right. So we got a tier list. Let me move everybody to the D tier and we'll move them out as we go. I will be breaking down why I think they deserve the rating that they are getting. I just got done playing every single killer in the game until I got 3 wins in a row or I took a loss. However, the tier list is not necessarily based off of my personal play as them. This would be more or less of that included with me playing DBD for the last 7 years and the current state of each one of these killers. Um, Mainly how I see a tier list is not the most popular or blah blah blah. It's gonna be based off of like, okay, so with this killer, if I'm going against a good team or good survivors in solo queue and I make a mistake, how easy is it for me to recover, right? And come back and get a 3K and up, right? So with that being said, I guess we'll start in this order and we'll keep it pushing. So with Dracula, we actually just got done playing Dracula. We played him in a beta. We played against him. He's had some changes done to him. Realistically, I think like Dracula, he can teleport, right? He has range. He has a crazy lunge. The craziest lunge. It's not the craziest, but that shit is crazy. The animation is crazy. So I'm gonna place Dracula. I'm gonna place Dracula at a solid B. I would place him at A tier, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's like build something. I don't know. But I think he deserves a solid B as of right now. And keep in mind, all tier lists are people's personal opinion. None of this is law. It doesn't matter if they've been playing since beta, whatever. It's an opinion because at the ending and the beginning of the day, what you can do with one killer may be better than what somebody else can do. So it just all comes down to that too, right? All right, Vecna. We just got done playing Vecna too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get that boy an A. I'm gonna get that boy an A. He cut like that. You don't see that many Vecnas nowadays, but he has an arsenal. He has an arsenal. He has intel, right? He has anti-looping, mind gaming, right? You could throw out the skeletons, the Flight of the Damned or whatever. Typically they're gonna crouch, which should slow them down. You can hold that pallet up, lock it up, whatever you need to do, reset it. So I feel like he has enough in his bag to deserve an A. All right, that boy Freddy, right? Now, people like to say, and this is what I'm talking about when I say DBD hive mind, bro, because people like, oh, Freddy is bad. Like, why? Why do you think Freddy is bad? Why? And they can't even tell you. They just say, oh, Freddy's bad. Why? Because whoever you like watching said he's bad. Freddy isn't bad. Freddy has plays, bro. Fake pallets can eat. Definitely if you don't have a full swift and people aren't like clocking, okay, that's a fake pallet, or you can even do blood puddles. It can slow them down. So to be real with you, I'm gonna place my boy Freddy. Throw some barbecue, teleport. I'm gonna place my boy at a B. Maybe I got a little nostalgic. I don't know, because I used to play Freddy back in the day. Skull Merchant, we're gonna keep her. Like, I don't know if y'all know about the nerf and everything that's coming. You know, some people probably place her A. She's a D tier now. Once you see that nerf that's coming, she's a D tier. Knight, he's cool. He can be very oppressing by having multiple guards or whatever, how he set up his shit. But honestly though, if you know how to counter the guards, you know how to make them take the long way around, you know, to run back to that flag. I don't really think Knight is cut like that. So I'm gonna get that boy a C. Pig. I think Pig is not as bad as people say. Right? I don't think she's as bad as people say she is. But to be honest, I'm gonna keep her in the D range. That boy Mikey. Mikey is a M1 killer. He is an M1 killer. He can get you exposed. He can put some pressure on you. He can tombstone you, which is the dumbest shit ever. The dumbest shit ever. He has different builds you can play. They're kind of, Scratch Mirror is kind of fun to a certain degree, but Scratch Mirror can get you in some situations where, bro, I know what you're trying to do. I know where to go, right? So just the fact that he can expose you and put that pressure on you, especially if you know when to pop it, I'm gonna give Mikey a solid, I'm gonna give him a solid C. I don't fuck with Mikey for real. We don't fuck with Mikey. We do not fuck with Mikey. Trickster, the boy Trickster. Now look, Trickster is extremely fun to play as. However, Trickster is extremely weak. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion. Trickster is easy to counter, bro. And we're not even gonna go deep into it. He is a ranged killer, but he's not like Huntress. He gotta dink. He gotta blow that back out, right? He gotta keep hitting that back until it makes sense. Huntress, 2 strokes and you. All right, anyway, so he gonna stay in the D tier. Chucky, they massacre my boy Chucky. They massacre my boy Chucky. That scamper is ass now, bro. That scamper is completely dog shit. And if you seen the matches I had with Chucky, we had some good, but that last match where everything went to shit, bro, I don't even, like I said, I don't want to base it all off of that, but honestly, Chucky's not that hard to go against. Yes, he's quiet. Yes, you got to be on your toes, but you should be on your toes anyways, right? So, we gonna keep Chucky in the D tier. He not cut like that no more. That scamper, that nerf that they did with the scamper, I'm not feeling that. All right, we got Clown. Mr. Slow him down, walk him down, Clown, actually, right? The right build, the right management with the bottles, what can you do against the boy? And the right bit, A tier. I will not lie to you. Right? All right, cool. Now we got Unknown, the big buster, the ultimate buster. I wish we would see more Unknowns in the field. He's super solid though, being able to teleport. If you have intel with the teleport, it's cool. But if you have survivors that aren't scared and they understand that you really can get rid of the hallucinations and shit whenever they're dormant, what can he do? He got to walk around. That bus, you can run into it, you can run away from it so it doesn't hit all the time. So honestly, he is one of my favorites to play, but to be real with you, I'm gonna put him at a B tier. He's solid, he okay. All right, Legion, a M1 killer, but this M1 killer, not terrible, right? They got intel, right? They hit that instinct on you. They could bounce around, see where people at, make people mend. It could be, that could be super oppressing with the right build, right? The Natto, whatever else you want to pair with that, Dying Light, like you can make some plays. You make some super plays with Legion. And Legion is not a licensed character, so you can save up your iridescent shards and get on that, right? So I'm gonna place Legion at a solid C tier because you can't counter Legion, right? You can't counter Legion. I will put them at a B, or put them at a B, but you can counter them. Don't heal up all the fucking time. That part right there is the issue that people don't understand why they lose. You want to sit there and heal up against this man all day, you gonna fuck around and find out. Another thing too, frenzy, right? Keep your distance. I wouldn't crowd around each other, right? Like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that middle gen, but somebody gonna have to be there. But the outside gens to be your friend. Stay on the outside. If you know that he whacked somebody, he's on the way to you or she's on the way to you, keep running, bro. Try to get him out that frenzy. So I like Legion, but that's C tier. Hag got pressure. I know she's slow as shit, but if you know how to set up them traps with the right build, she can be super oppressing, bro. Like the body block Hag, nasty. Especially like a RPD or a Hawkins or something like that. You get locked in the room, you're fucked. Like, so I'm gonna play Shorty at a B. And the buff that they gave her back in my good heyday, you used to be able to take a flashlight, point it at the trap, boom, gone. Right? Boom, gone. Matter of fact, let me show her a little more respect, right? Because she do have, at one point in time, her perks used to be super solid, right? I'm gonna put her at an A tier because I do fuck with Hag. I don't really like playing her. I don't really like going against her, but that's a good sign. You feel me? All right, next, twins. We ain't even gotta talk about it. That's S tier quality, bro. S tier, you got 2 killers. You can be 2 places at once, bro. You can sit on a fucking gen with a Big Mama, and then little homie, little Vic, you know what I'm saying? Boom, go put some pressure in. Nah, bro. S tier, it's nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. All right. Xenomorph. Young Xeno dog. I know y'all say Xeno Kitty. I don't subscribe to that. That's a fucking dog, bro. Young Xeno dog. So they made a lot of changes to my boy, or to the queen. Used to be in a stronger position. Used to be able to do more. That tail, if you can keep Xenomorph out of doggy mode with the tail, all right, they ain't as strong as they could be. But if you can't keep that fire on them, I'm gonna give them a B tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, did we skip Trapper? But shout out to Xeno. Trapper. This is another killer. Trapper's another killer where the DBD hive mind is like, oh, Trapper's bad. And you ask them why. And yeah, you don't fucking know. You just regurgitating some shit that you heard from somebody else. You don't know why, right? So Trapper can be very strong. Well-placed traps that you don't expect, traps in certain foliage or grass, whatever, that you can't catch. It's gonna fuck you up. It can throw off your whole rhythm. Basement Trapper gonna eat you up unless you sacrifice whoever's down there. Trapper is fast as fuck. He has somewhat of an anti loop with the traps. I feel like, and then you can run like a hex build Trapper and trap that shit up. It might take you a little bit of time if people keep going over there and popping your traps and shit, but Trapper can be OP. Trapper is not weak. I think the misconception of Trapper being weak is that he's a free killer, and then most people are just gonna try whoever is there. So you might run into some Trappers that are weaker, probably because they're just now playing. And I don't want to say your MMR is low, because we all know the truth that MMR is not super real in this game. Is the reason why they don't show you your MMR, or at the end game show you everybody's MMR to see, damn, why was I even placed with this person, right? Because at the end of the day, there's not enough people that play DBD to have an accurate match every single fucking time. That's just what it is. So a good Trapper is super strong. I'm gonna give Trapper a B, straight up. All right. Freaky ass Pinhead. You can teleport, the chains, this, that, and the third. Honestly, if you grabbing that box, you putting in that work, you dodging the chains that he sends to you, Pinhead really has no pressure, in my opinion, bro. Like, to be honest, you use the box whenever somebody is getting hooked or they're in chase. He can't teleport if he's hooking somebody, right? But if somebody's injured, he may not teleport. Like, so honestly, D tier. He needs crazy add-ons and crazy perks to even put that real pressure. Now let's get to the real P-head. Pyramid. All right, executioner, Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head got pressure, bro. Broken, get your ass inflicted with that bullshit and send your ass straight to a cage. You get unhooked, no endurance. That's a problem. That boy has anti-loop. You run I'm all ears or something where you get some aura with some lethal or something like that. You can send the motherfuckers through the wall, you know, with his sword, and he send that trail coming for you. Yeah, and that add on that motherfucker alone, boy. Now look, so, and you can also use it to slow people down. You can mind game them, right? Say you chasing somebody and they hear you cranking that bitch into the ground. Naturally, they're gonna start wiggling around or try and go left and right. And if they not near a pallet or whatever have you, you can just make them lose that much distance. Cook them. Respectfully, I'm gonna get that boy his flowers S tier. I don't know what the community think about him, but I'm gonna put him at S tier. He got real pressure. All right, Death Slinger. Range killer. Can put you in the mending state or a deep wound state, right? If the aim is on point, that's a nightmare, bro. You pair that up with a make your choice. You pair that up with a hubris. You pair that up with fucking devour. You pair that up with anything. You feel me? You pair that up with anything that got a one, or you can have that, what is it, lucky coin or whatever the fuck coin he got, that if he hits you from like what 12 meters away or some shit, you're instant. Like, that boy got pressure. I'm gonna put him at a B tier. Because to be honest, you can dodge some shots sometimes. You feel me? You can dodge those shots. I would put him at an A tier, but I want to really hold these spots special, right? I love playing Death Slinger, but I'm gonna put him where he at. You feel me? Much love to him though, you know. All right, boom. Now we got the boy Yin Yang 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 Yang. We got the boy Yin Yang Yang. One of my favorites, one of my top 5 favorites, right? To go against. Billy. We got the boy Billy. So Billy got pressure. What can I say? Billy got pressure. The pressure is he can travel that map fast. He ain't got to teleport. He ain't got to do shit. His chainsaw don't overheat no more. That boy, vroom. And they fun to play against. Very fun to play against. I'm gonna put the boy where he belongs. Solid A tier. Ghostface, trash. D tier. Where's the F tier? Can I make an F tier for him? Well, if I could put a F tier, I would put him and only him down there. Ghostface is ass. You ask me why, you don't know why. Then that's just, you got just go through your experience until you figure out why Ghosty's trash. I know some of y'all like him. Not my problem. All right. Anyways, Nemesis, the man that cracked that whip. Now, Nemesis, I'm not gonna lie, some of those whips been a little broken. Some of those whips been broken, chat. And that's some bullshit. But ultimately, well, I don't know, he damn near has a built-in Lightborn, right? Because you can't flashlight, bro. You can't flashlight him, because if you throw down that pallet or is a pallet already thrown down, he gonna whip your ass. That's simple. Super solid. No complaints. However, I don't think he's super OP. I'm gonna put him at C tier. It's much love to the boy Nemi, but I don't think he really cut like that. Now this is my favorite. Girl. One of my favorite killers. Andrea Sadako, my girl. She go crazy. What can't I say about her? You feel me? But let's focus on what we will say. I think she is one of the strongest killers in the game, hands down. Being able to teleport across the fucking map whenever you feel like it is kind of crazy. She put that work in. She put heavy work in. Not saying she can't be beat. Her weakness is damn near her strength, right? The TVs. Now, if you know how to take them tapes out and hold your tape, she not gonna be popping up on you like a bad dream. So what the fuck you gonna do at that point, right? As an Honorio, what can you do? She also has a built-in Lightborn, right? She teleports around. you're going to be forced to go grab a tape. You're going to hold that tape in your hand unless you want to run across the map, waste time, drop that tape off, and then go back to your gen or whatever have you. I love my girl. I love her so much. I would put her at A tier, but you can beat her. Not saying you can't beat them, but you can beat her. It's just people just don't know how to play against her. A tier. She is my favorite killer. One of my most favorite killers. But even with me being biased, I'm not going to be ignorant to the fact of what you can do against these killers. It just is what it is. You feel me? Doctor. A lot of people have problems with Doctor because they don't know how to. He is anti-looping, but at the same time, his shock doesn't last that long. Like you being able to not throw down a pallet or vault doesn't really last that long. You still have enough time to get through and around to vault or throw a pallet. Like it's enough time. I don't really think he cut like that, to be honest. So I'm gonna keep him in D tier. That boy Bubba. Now you gonna have the tryhards. Oh, I know how to counter his chainsaw. I did jumping a lot. Oh, fuck all that. We talking about that boy Bubba. You feel me? Bubba, he got some plays. You feel me? He got some plays. He got some pressure. That chainsaw gonna eat him up. It's gonna eat him up, and they don't like it. But however, you can loop a Bubba if you can throw down the pallet, like as he's cranking that ying ying ying. If you can catch him when he's like midway through the pallet, you can slam him. He won't eat the pallet up. He'll eat the pallet. He won't eat it up though. Right? But respectfully, I'm gonna keep him where he should be, and that's C. Nothing wrong with that. You feel me? All right, Dredge. Dredge got pressure. Dredge can turn them lights off on you, gang. Sneak up on you. We ain't gonna go too far into that, you know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna sound like a Diddy party, you know. We don't promote that. So he can hit them lockers. You lock them lockers up. That's good. Good intel. If he runs certain perks, he can get around the map. Honestly, I respect Dredge. We don't see him that often, but I do respect Dredge. I do respect him. I'm gonna put him at a B tier. The Demogorgon is okay, but honestly, they not cut like that. We're gonna keep him at a D tier. I'm not even gonna go into it. Wraith can have some pressure. Wraith can get around. Wraith can be invisible. If you can keep your eyes open, you get caught up in that blender. But we're gonna put him at a C tier. Plague. Super Plague. I think Plague is kind of slept on, to be honest. Plague is kind of slept on. She got pressure. If she runs the right build mixed with you being injured and shit, because a lot of people, the DBD hive mind, the DBD hall monitors who tell you how to play the game and you shouldn't do that. If you subscribe to that and you don't cleanse and this, that, and the third, her with the right build, the Nato, whatever dying light, whatever she wants to throw on there to make you slow those gens down, she gonna be on your ass, gang. So I'm gonna put her at an A tier. I respect the Plague. I see where she coming from. Artists. How do we feel about artists? We don't really run into that many artists, but to be honest, me personally, I don't think I've ever run into an artist that really got pressure like that. I'm gonna keep artists at D tier. I ain't really got no respect for artists like that. No disrespect to people who love her, but me personally, I don't fuck with her like that. I don't really. Singularity. Singularity got pressure, bro. Even if you got EMPs. With them nerfing how you can get the EMPs out the box, back in the day, you used to be able to just grab them EMPs out the box and just keep it pushing, right? But now you got to get up in that box and take a few seconds, so that's gonna slow you down. But honestly, he can break those pallets. He can vault fast. He can do some shit that you ain't never seen before. You hear me? He got a lot of shit built in. He has Spirit Fury built into him. He has Brutal Strength built into him. He has what's the one where you can fly through a window quick? What is that? Superior autonomy or some shit like that? Maybe we say dark arrogance or something, right? He has that built in. I'm a respectable. I'm gonna put him at a solid A. I'm gonna put that boy at a solid A. I'm not gonna lie to you. My girl, Nurse. We already know we're gonna put her. I love playing Nurse. She has good pressure. You can beat a Nurse though if you know how to keep your distance. If you know how to try to counter the blinks or go around buildings or objects so she can't blink through them or lose her sight. Or if she blinks and she doesn't hit you, right? Say you're far enough for her not to hit you. You can hop in the locker real quick, wait for the fatigue, pop back out. You might still take a whack, but at least you bought more time, right? But yeah, overall, Nurse is super solid. She can end chases fucking quick, bro. That's all I got to say about her. She her. All right, now we got Huntress, another one of my favorites to go against. She's solid. Predictable as fuck, but if you have a patient Huntress that knows how to put you in a position that keeps you, you know, away from a pallet and you kind of slow yourself down and this, that, and the third, trying to dodge. Same concept as Executioner. She gonna put that pressure on you. However, I think you can beat her. Like probably like on average, I'm talking about like the average survivor and shit like that. I think like six out of 10 you could beat her. Yeah, 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. So I'm gonna put her at a solid B though. I respect the hatches. I respect the range killer. Now we got my boy Wesker. Where do we place the boy? I don't know. He's fun as fuck to play as. He's fun to go against. However, I don't think he's as oppressing as people claim he is. I know his music and everything like that is super loud. His heartbeat radius is kind of crazy, but I don't really think he's that cold. Yes, you being hindered from the Euroburst, like that shit is you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of annoying, but you can work him. He's angles. He's kind of like Blight. He's angles. Like know your angles, you can get away from that dash. And then you shouldn't really have that much problems. I'm gonna put him at a C tier, to be honest. I know you probably thought it would be maybe even an A, but I don't really think he's a problem like that. All right, cool. Spirit, my girl Spirit. I ain't gonna lie to you. She S tier. S tier. Do I have to explain? I don't think I do. That boy Blight. Blight is fun to go as. He's fun to play against. Super fun killer. Everybody puts some S tier. Oh, even a Blight. Like Blight isn't really that big of a problem to me. This is my tier list. This isn't yours. This is mine. However, I won't negate the fact that he can pop up on you real fast, super fast. But if you can avoid those angles, you might be all right. So I'm gonna put him at a B tier. Now we got Oni, the last one. Damn, we done went through this kind of quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. That boy Oni. Mr. Power Up. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna keep him D tier, bro. Like I know some people go crazy with Oni. I know he can knock you on one hit. Nah, I'm gonna bring him up to C tier because I can't put him beneath the Michael. You know, I'm not gonna put him beneath the Michael. He can get around pretty fucking quick. He can apply pressure. If he runs the right perks, keep you bleeding and shit like that. Maybe a sloppy or something. Mixed with Clown's perk. That you know, the perk I'm talking about, was it Chlorophobia, something like that. Whenever the heartbeat is nearby, you get 50% chance of a skill check, and it goes 50% faster, some shit like that. Yeah, and it regresses or do whatever the fuck. He got pressure. But I think overall this is let me look and see if there's any changes I want to do. Is this final? Yeah, let's move Trapper down to C tier. Let's move Vecna down to A tier. We'll move Freddy down to C tier as well. We'll move my Blight up to A tier. And I think I'm satisfied. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied. All right, so last little recap. S tier, the GOATs, Twins, Executioner, Nurse, Spirit. I think that's fair. That's definitely fair. A tier, Clown, Hag, Billy, Honorio, Plague, Singularity, Blight. I think that's solid. B tier, Dracula, Unknown, Xenomorph, Death Slinger, Dredge, Huntress, Vecna. Think so. C tier, Knight, Mikey, Legion, Nemi, Bubba, Wraith, Wesker, Oni, Trapper, Freddy. I agree. D tier, she's getting nerfed to the fucking ground. Skull Merchant is out of there. Pig, yeah, whatever. Trickster, yes. Chucky, yes. Pinhead, yes. Ghostface, F tier if I could. Doctor, yes. Demogorgon, yes. Artist, yes. I think I like this. I think this is pretty solid, honestly. And keep in mind, ultimately, this is about who you can recover with, right? How much room you have to recover if you make mistakes and still get your 3K and up. That's what I'm thinking ultimately. Now, some of these can make some power plays, right? Bubba can catch you last minute, right? Say they get all the gens done and you got one on hook and they all decide, oh, we're going to come back. All right, yeah, you can make your last minute play, but that's not what I'm going for. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm talking about just naturally within chases and this, that, and the third. I think it's solid. I like this list. You let me know who you would change. You know, comment who you would change in this list. Comment what you think, if you agree, if you don't agree. You know, but at the end of the day, this is an opinion and I'm standing on this.